Oftentimes, when our clients are getting ready to go to market, one of their objectives is that they keep their key employees in place. Do you see negotiating employment contracts for key employees as well when you're doing a deal?
Yeah. So employees is always a little bit tricky, right? Because we most of the time we're representing the seller. We really don't want the buyer to be able to access those employees because if these employees are not firmly entrenched, then they can potentially make unreasonable demands on the seller during the deal and upset the deal process. So we definitely want a very strong circle of trust in the deal. And if we have an employee that is going to be necessary to get the deal done and may have to interact with the buyer, such as a CFO or COO, then what we would recommend is that the seller put those key employees on a retention plan and come up with some kind of bonus structure for them. And there's a lot of different ways to do this, but typically what we see is setting aside some funds from the purchase price and giving about 1/3 of that total bonus amount at closing, and then potentially, the other 2/3 tied to maybe the seller's employment as well, maybe 2/3 after a year. So you really want to retain those key employees and make sure that they're not going to hold up the deal. I've definitely had that happen once where a key employee found out about the deal and basically went to the owner and demanded some very unreasonable things, and it ended up being one of many factors that derailed the deal.